All right, gang. Hopefully you've seen the video for the cubes method of solving word problems. And so there's an assignment now that I'm going to have you do, and I want to go through part of it so that you know what's going on. And I'm going to start here by just zooming in a little bit um, so we can take a look at what we got here. Don't need those speaker notes. So you'll also know that on these right here, you cannot change any of the fonting stuff are right here, okay? Only in certain places are you allowed to do that. So Charlie and his father, an engineer, decided to build a treehouse in their backyard. All right. And so let's just jump right in on the first question here and see if we can't um, read this whole thing through here. In order to start constructing the house, Charlie and his father needed to gather some wood from the forest. If they initially have 15 extra planks of wood in the house, and Charlie and his father got 10 planks of wood each, how many pieces of wood do they have in total? All right. So let's, first of all, and the first thing I would do is always read the question first. Read the whole thing through so you kind of have an idea of what you're doing. So the first thing we're going to do is circle. And so we have our shape up here, okay? And you're probably going to need to do some adjusting on this so that we have no fill in the background. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a little bit. Circle the numbers and the units. Okay, Charlie and his father needed to gather some wood. They initially, okay, 15 extra planks right there. Okay, and that's what I meant by you're going to have to change the fill. So we just come right here to the fill color and make it transparent. We can even make this a little bit thicker if we want. And heck, since it's a red C for the cubes, let's go ahead and just make that also red so we know what we're doing there. So we have 15 extra planks of wood in the house, and Charlie and his father got 10 planks of wood. All right. So let's get that red. No, not fill that. We want that to be transparent, but we want this to be red. All right. And let's see, do we have any other keywords? Oh, yes, we do, right here. So I can go ahead and I can do a copy and paste right here. Each, that is a keyword right there for sure. How many pieces of wood do they have in total? I think this is also a keyword right here, in total. All right, now let's head up to the blue. Underline the question. What is it that we are being asked? So we can come up to the line tool right here. And here is the question. How many pieces of wood? We can make that a little bigger. And let's go ahead and make that blue since we have the blue U right there. And then all we need to do is just copy and paste that. And go ahead and bring that out. So that's our question. How many pieces of wood do they have in total? All right. Now we're going to go to the blue, to the action words. And let's go ahead and get ready for some right here. And if we're lucky, when we do that shape, sometimes we can go ahead and plan ahead. And let's go ahead and make that color green. And we got the weight where we want it. And with no fill. So, in order to start constructing the house, Charlie and his father needed to gather. You know, that seems to me like adding, like they're going to add some wood. Well, I guess that didn't work the way I wanted it to. And we'll make that green. Oh, I saw what I did down here. That inadvertently turned green. Okay, they are going to gather some wood from the forest. If they initially have 15 planks, extra planks of wood in the house, and Charlie's father got, okay, here's one right here. They added to, they acquired. They got 10 planks of wood each. How many pieces of wood do they have in total? I think we got all those. Now for the purple, we're going to evaluate and eliminate. We need to figure out what it is that we're going to be doing, okay? Sometimes problems will give you information and things that you don't need. All right, I'm not really sure this one has anything, although, to be honest, I mean, we don't need to start the construction, but I think we'll be fine there. Sometimes problems will just put things in other numbers that you don't need, okay? So now we can go ahead and we don't need to eliminate anything. We can go to now evaluating. So what are we going to evaluate? What is it that we're going to be trying to solve here? All right. And let me back this up just a tad right there. Okay, Charlie and his father needed to gather some wood. If they initially had 15 planks, so this is what they started with. All right, let's make that a little bit bigger so we can see. So that's initially what they had. Then Charlie and his father got 10 planks of wood each. So this is what Charlie got. And this is what his dad got. All right. How many pieces of wood do they have in total? So this is the statement, or this is what we're going to use to evaluate this problem so that we know what that answer is. Okay? We'll go ahead and make that purple. All right, and then we will find out that the problem is, let's see, 15, 25, 35. All right, 35 what? Well, we got to put a unit at the end of it. So 35, and we go back to our question. What's underlying? And that's what's going to help us fill in it. How many pieces of wood do they have in total? 35 total pieces of wood. Okay? And then we can try to squeeze it in there so it's on that slide. All right, so what about here? What about the S? Showing your work and then checking it. Well, showing your work would be actually, out to the side or something, writing 15 plus 10 plus 10 and showing how you do that. And problems like this, it's a little bit, you can kind of do this with mental math. But another way to check it, maybe with a calculator, but just making sure that you have all of these pieces right here. Okay, so that is the first example of this. you will have 4 more. Okay? 4 more to do. And please, 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 whatever you do, do not go up here and do the share and share it with me, because it loads my email box full of somebody has shared something with you. Either by using our custom third grade menu right here, or I think there's a way through It's Learning where this can be kind of shared out and all that. I'll have to ask Mrs. Coy how to do that. We'll be able to do that. But please, 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 please do not come up here and say that you want to share it with me. I have a hard enough time keeping up with the emails that I already got, but I do not want a bunch more. So there's your assignment. Good luck. If you have any questions, either I'll be available for office hours or I will be in the class to help you out. Good luck.